Hello, my name is Sydney Spelde, and I'm going to be talking to you today about PECS and the benefits it has for individuals on the autism spectrum. PECS stands for Picture Exchange Communication System. It is used for autism intervention as a method for individuals on the spectrum to communicate more efficiently. In short, PECS is administered by an individual with autism by selecting a picture card that has their desired item or thought on it, and then having them give it to their communication partner to establish their needs and desires. This communication system can be used in the home, and it also works well in the classroom setting. PECS was developed in 1984 by a speech-language pathologist, Lori Frost, and Dr. Andrew Bondi. The goal of this intervention was to teach individuals how to communicate quickly, but can eventually lead to practice with sentence structure as the user gets more familiar with the system. Parents and caregivers used to and sometimes still worry about a system like PECS and its effect on speech. They worry that by their child communicating by means of pictures, they will be less likely to want to use spoken language to communicate. PECS, along with sign language and other interventions, does not decrease the development of spoken language. It aids in speech development instead of hindering it. PECS has also been known to lessen tantrums and bad behaviors, which enhances the child's socialization. There are 6 phases to the picture exchange communication system. PECS Phase 1 is how to communicate. By using PECS, the child understands to exchange pictures for items or activities that they desire. PECS Phase 2 is distance and persistence. This phase helps teach the children to use this communication system in different environments and with different communication partners. It is also about teaching them to be more persistent communicators. PECS Phase 3 is picture discrimination. This phase helps the child choose between multiple items. 2 or more pictures of the child's favorite things are velcroed in a binder, and the child must make a decision on which picture it is that they want out of the multiple options. PECS Phase 4 is sentence structure. During this phase, the child is taught to use their picture cards to make sentences. The phrase, "I want," is written on a card, and the child learns to hand their conversation partner the "I want" card, followed by the activity or object that they want. PECS Phase 5 is answering questions. This is the phase that the child learns to use their communication system to answer the question, "What do you want?" PECS Phase 6 is commenting. The child is now taught to make comments after prompts such as, "What do you see?" "What is it?" and phrases like that. They also begin to make more of a variety of sentences, beginning with things like "I see," "I hear," and many others. As for the effectiveness of this approach, many research articles speak to PECS success. In research conducted by Marjorie H. Charlo Christie, Michael Carpenter, Locke Lay, Linda A. LeBlanc, and Kristen Kellett, all 3 boys with autism who were involved in the research showed an increase with spontaneous speech and imitation. Also, the 3 boys showed an increase in MLU after using the PECS intervention. The PECS intervention also increased social communicative behaviors in the 3 boys while decreasing problem behaviors. PECS is very widely used as a communication system and also well known. Even methods that are specifically PECS are not specifically PECS are being referred to as PECS if they involve using some type of picture to communicate. A website called PECSUSA.com is widely used as a resource for parents and caregivers for information on this useful and successful intervention. This website states that, and I quote, "The National Professional Developmental Center, or NPDC, on autism spectrum disorder adopted the Picture Exchange Communication System as one of 24 evidence-based practices. These practices are selected based on their efficacy proven through peer-reviewed research. NPDC is comprised of multiple universities that research and promote the use of evidence-based practices on autism spectrum disorder." The Picture Exchange Communication System has proven to be a very successful approach in autism intervention. As a future speech-language pathologist, I would not hesitate to implement this system into therapy if I had a client who was on the autism spectrum. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something new about PECS.